The video begins, and we're told that 100 years ago, after the return of spirit chi, it became the most fundamental energy in the world. Under the influence of spirit chi, living beings evolved in two directions. One was the wild evolution, similar to ancient ancestors, which enhanced their physical power. The second was spiritual mutation, which focused on energy-based attacks. In response, humans developed all kinds of spirit chi professions, such as the Spirit Beast Observer, which now has 37 million followers, and the Spirit Material Analyst, which has 69 million followers. At that moment, our main character is looking at his phone. On the screen it says, "If I get bitten by a ghostly thorn bristle spider, what should I do?" Below that it continues, "Please, this is amazing. A spirit chi professional is absolutely essential. Order now for only 9,998 and get a chance to win a top-grade treasure. Participate now." Seeing this, our main character thinks, but for me, none of this really matters. Then he mutters, "Don't panic. Drink lots of hot water and lie down in a well-ventilated place so your body doesn't smell bad." Just then, a cat's paw appears. The cat looks very hot. We are told its name is Smarty, of the 100 Questions Beast species. It speaks to our main character saying, "Lin Yuan, it's so hot." Then it climbs onto Lin Yuan's head. Lin Yuan says, "Smarty, what are you doing?" Smarty replies, "I heard it's cooler at higher places." Then Smarty opens the window, begins enjoying the breeze, and happily says, "Wind's blowing! Wind's blowing! Don't forget to take your medicine. Although, this height isn't much cooler." Lin Yuan replies, I know. A little later, he goes to his spirit creature shop and starts cleaning. He narrates, "My name is Lin Yuan. I'm 18 years old, and I own a small spirit creature shop." He continues, "Although people in this world can use spirit chi to enhance the growth of living beings, for me, that's like a fairy tale." Then he shows his spirit creatures and explains, "I've been weak since childhood. Since the age of 8, I haven't been able to sense the existence of spirit chi at all. I can't even improve my physical condition like a normal person using spirit chi, let alone form a contract with a high-grade spirit creature. A single piece of cloth can't block the light. The weather is too hot, and there's no good way to cool things down." Just then, Smarty says, "This one's already about to wither." Then the story shows the spirit creature, species, Lily Lallara, grade, normal quality, type, normal low-grade spirit creature. Lin Yuan says, "Yeah. Being the lowest grade healing type spirit plant, it's not competitive at all. It's even worse than the green copper vine used for fodder." He thinks to himself, "Since the revival of spirit chi, all spirit creatures have been classified by grade and quality. Anything below copper grade is considered low grade. Almost no one is willing to spend resources raising low-grade spirit creatures, because compared to them, evolving high-grade ones is much easier. Just like how in the past 100 years, no one has ever heard of 100 Questions Beast evolving." Just then, a little bird flies in carrying Lin Yuan's medicine and says, "Lin Yuan, your medicine!" We are told its name is Inin, species sound bird. Lin Yuan thanks it for bringing his medicine and thinks, "With my weak body, even forming contracts with low-grade creatures like Smarty and Inin made me dizzy for 2 whole weeks. Sensing spirit chi to help them grow or level up is out of the question." He opens his shop and sits down. Even after an hour, no one comes to buy his spirit creatures. Smarty asks, "Do humans really love sleeping? Why is there no one on the street?" Lin Yuan replies, "What nonsense are you talking about?" Then he starts calling out, "Everyone, come take a look, we have some very fine-looking green creepers today." A mother and daughter walk by. The little girl points at Smarty and says, "Mom, look. That's 100 Questions Beast. Just like Keeks. She's holding a cat in her arms." Smarty politely greets them, saying, "Would you like to buy some green creepers?" But the other cat mocks him. "Look at this 100 Questions Beast. Its fur is so dry and gray. You can tell it's a leftover. It's nowhere near my level." Smarty yells, "Leftover? What nonsense! We're both 100 questions beasts. If you've got guts, let's settle this with rock, paper, scissors. Lin Yuan quickly calms him down. Hey, stop it! How are you even going to play rock, paper, scissors with those paws? To cheer you up, how about I take you out for a walk? Smarty says. Leaving the shop sounds good. Lin Yuan replies. It's fine. We don't have any business anyway. Smarty cheers. Lin Yuan. Let's go buy some meat. If I'd eaten a few more pieces of pork breast, I'd definitely have become smarter. Then I wouldn't have lost. A while later, Smarty is crying. Yinyin comes over and says, Smarty, don't be sad. Even if you're not as smart as other 100 questions beasts, at least you're cheap. Smarty starts crying harder. Hearing that just made it worse, you know. Then Lin Yuan walks in, wearing a new patterned shirt, thinking, if only I could sense spirit chi. Suddenly, from his side, a pig charges at him. Smarty spots it first and warns, Lin Yuan, look to your left. Seeing it, Lin Yuan is shocked. A blunt armored pig? What's it doing near the park? Did something happen at the farm? But Smarty, seeing only food, attacks it, shouting, a mountain of wild pork breast has appeared. Lin Yuan is startled by Smarty's reckless attack. Before the pig can crush Smarty, Lin Yuan jumps in and saves him, yelling, Are you trying to get yourself killed? Smarty, you can't beat it! The pig grows enraged. Lin Yuan thinks, it's angry? Blunt armored pigs are gentle creatures. Normally what Smarty did shouldn't make it this mad. What's going on? The pig starts chasing Lin Yuan. Running for his life, Lin Yuan pants. So tired. I feel even weaker than usual today, Smarty calls out. Lin Yuan, are you okay? Suddenly Lin Yuan's foot twists, and he falls hard to the ground. Before the pig can strike, Yinyin flies in front of him, shouting, Lin Yuan! I'll protect you! Smarty too becomes furious, standing in front and yelling, Come at me, pork breast! Lin Yuan gasps, No! I can't pass out now! You too, run! The next instant, Lin Yuan finds himself in another place. He's shocked. Where am I? A voice calls out. Lin Yuan? He turns around. There's a large copper ring glowing behind him. He stares and thinks, That copper ring, is that the one I lost when I was 8? After my blood dripped on it, it disappeared. The copper ring begins to float toward him. As it touches his hand, Lin Yuan whispers, I can feel it, it's coming back. The spirit chi I couldn't sense since I was 8, it's returning. The giant copper ring fuses onto his hand, and Lin Yuan regains consciousness. Meanwhile, the pig is still chasing Smarty, who's barely dodging. Seeing Lin Yuan awake, Smarty cries out, Lin Yuan! You're up! The pig raises its foot, ready to crush Smarty. Yinyin screams, Do something quickly! Lin Yuan activates the ring and thinks, No, even with this little spirit chi, there's not much time to act. The ring glows, power surges through him. Suddenly, he can see information about the pig, like a system interface. Name, Z. Species, blunt armored pig. Grade, normal. Level 3, type, defense domain. Quality, normal. Lin Yuan exclaims, I can see it! I can clearly see all the information. It's level 3. Smarty and the others aren't even level 1 yet. He shouts, Dodge, Smarty! It's attacking from the right. Smarty quickly jumps aside and barely avoids the strike. Lin Yuan thinks, No, even though he dodged, the difference in strength is still too great. He looks at the ring and mutters, I need more power. I wish you were contracted with me. At that moment, Yinyin attacks the pig with a sonic blast, screaming, Don't you dare hurt Smarty! Lin Yuan watches in shock. The light from the ring is the same as Yinin's energy. He thinks, This glow, it's the same as Yinin's. Could it be? Are they about to evolve? Is it because of this bracelet's power? Then, Yinin's sound attack hits the pig, but at the same time, it also affects Smarty. Hearing that loud noise, Smarty screams, Yinin! Why is your voice so much louder than yours usually is? Lin Yuan looks over and thinks, no, even if both of them are on the verge of evolution, the gap between level 1 and level 3 is still far too great. The pig must have a weak point somewhere. Meanwhile, Smarty keeps running from the pig, yelling, Meow! Breast pork is too strong! Yanin, worried, asks Lin Yuan. Oh, Lin Yuan, what should we do? Lin Yuan answers firmly. Yanin, sing something to get its attention. Any tune will do, just make it loud. Yanin nods nervously. Oh, okay. I'll try. Then she starts singing as loudly as she can. Lin Yuan covers his ears immediately so he doesn't have to hear the thunderous melody. He mutters, Good thing I've got experience as a sparring partner more than 400 times. But the pig gets enraged by Yanin's singing, turning its furious eyes toward her. Seeing that look, Yanin panics and runs. So I'm only here to give Smarty a break, huh? She cries. Lin Yuan shouts, Yanin! Turn around and attack its eyes. If it can't see, it'll stop. Yanin answers, Okay. Watch this. But when she tries to unleash her move, it fails. Weird. Why can't I use that move now? Why isn't it working? Lin Yuan grimaces. Of all times, my spiritual power had to run out right now. He clenches his fist and pleads to the ring. I'm begging you, just hold on a little longer. The moment he says that, Yanin suddenly feels power flowing into her again. Ha! I can feel energy returning to me. She gasps. Then she spreads her wings and attacks, her feathers slicing through the air, just enough to distract the pig. Seeing the opening, Lin Yuan shouts, Smarty! Now's your chance. Attack quickly. Smarty leaps from Yanin's wings, yelling, Don't worry, Lin Yuan. You're talking to Smarty here. Of course I know. Hit the nose. He swings his paw and strikes the pig right on its snout. But the pig flings him away with a violent jolt, making Smarty's head swell up instantly. Lin Yuan, we won, right? Smarty groans. Lin Yuan nods weakly. Yes, we won. You guys were amazing. You drove it away. Then he collapses, unconscious. The pig stumbles off, fleeing elsewhere. A little distance away, a woman is pushing a lame old man in a wheelchair. The man spots the pig and says, I was wondering why this place felt strange. What's a blunt-armored pig doing here? The woman peers closely and notices a single feather stuck in the pig's body. Her eyes widen. That feather, isn't it from little Yuan's house? She exclaims. She quickly turns to the man. Old Li, I'm leaving this to you. I'm going to find little Yuan first. Old Li nods. Go quickly. Then, his eyes glow red. He murmurs to his spirit creature. Sorry, my old friend, for troubling you again. The scene shifts back to Lin Yuan. He finds himself once more inside that same strange place where he first summoned the ring. He looks around and mutters. This place again. Ever since I first dreamed of it, I've been walking endlessly. I can't even remember how long. But I still have to thank you for sharing your spiritual power with me during that desperate moment. At that, the ring begins to react. Lin Yuan looks around the glowing space, thinking. This area looks around 40 to 50 square meters. Could this be the so-called internal space of a spirit creature? He turns to the ring. Is this your ability, Mobius? Then the explanation appears before him. Name, Mobius. Species, unknown. Grade, normal grade, level 1. Quality, normal quality. Type, special/mystic type. Skills, true data, reveals hidden information invisible to the naked eye. It exposes truths concealed beneath the surface. Calm mind, passive effect increases with the creature's level, keeps the mind tranquil and reduces the chance of negative status effects. Lin Yuan thinks, I've already seen what true data can do, and calm mind, didn't that develop when it helped Yanin with her singing practice? Wait, it has an exclusive trait. Usually, that only appears at bronze rank. A normal grade spirit with an exclusive trait. Could this be a legendary divine treasure, or a fantasy breed? Then another description appears. listing its unique characteristics. Exclusive trait, Lock. The space within Mobius can store spirit creatures. When first stored, the spirit creature's starting level cannot exceed Mobius's current level. Mobius cannot level up on its own. It only levels up when a stored spirit creature does. It also acquires that creature's initial skill but gains no new skills from leveling. Each time Mobius advances a rank, the number of spirit creatures it can store increases by 1. Lin Yuan reads all this and thinks, wait a minute, does that mean I can only contract with level 1 normal grade spirit beasts right now? Mobius can only level up if I raise one myself. To make another contract, I'll have to raise a level 1 spirit beast until it advances to level 10. But even raising low-rank spirit beasts is incredibly expensive. At this rate, even a rich man would go broke in minutes. And me? I'm already broke. Still, it's better than nothing. At least now I can sense spiritual power again. Maybe there's still a chance for things to change in the future. Then he hears a voice. Doctor, you said he only suffered mental shock and some fatigue, right? Then why hasn't he woken up yet? It's been half a day already. Hearing that voice, Lin Yuan recognizes it instantly. That voice, is that Andy Zhang from next door? Looks like it's time for me to wake up. Outside, Yanin and Smarty are shaking him awake. Lin Yuan! Lin Yuan! Meow meow! Lin Yuan opens his eyes. I'm fine. Why are you both so worried that you can't even speak properly? Andy Zhang, relieved, says. Finally, you're awake. The doctor adds. Your aunt was really worried. Let me run one more checkup, just to be safe. Lin Yuan waves his hand. That's not necessary, but Auntie Zhang insists. Little Yuan, you were unconscious for almost 10 hours. If you're sick, you need treatment. You don't want a small illness to turn into something serious, do you? Lin Yuan sighs and lies back on the bed. All right, Auntie Zhang. He narrates to us, Uncle Li and Auntie Zhang have always taken care of me and my little sister. But maybe it's too soon to tell Auntie Zhang about my contract with Mobius. The doctor then releases his spirit creature, a fish. The data appears, name, cleansing Vibacarp. Species, Siphonina siphonis. Grade, elite grade, level 4, type, water type. Quality, elite quality. Skills, tail sweep, leaps and attacks with its tail. Cleanse, absorbs surrounding mental trauma to soothe abnormal mental conditions. Lin Yuan observes and thinks, as expected of an elite grade creature, what a rare skill. After the checkup, the doctor says, everything seems fine. I'll be going now. My wife's waiting for me for dinner. Auntie Zhang nods. Thank you, doctor. Once he leaves, Uncle Li's spirit creature brings dinner for Lin Yuan, saying, Dinner's ready. Auntie Zhang smiles and tells him, Little Yuan, your Uncle Li made this nutritious meal just for you. If you don't appreciate it, don't bother eating it. Lin Yuan quickly accepts it. I wouldn't dare, Auntie Zhang. Yanin sniffs and says, It smells so good. Smarty adds, Wow, that's breast pork. Looking at Uncle Li's spirit creature, Lin Yuan narrates, Uncle Li's terror rabbit has always been rather mysterious. It's not as quick or agile as other terror rabbits. Let's see, he activates true data, but what he sees shocks him. As you can see, the data shows name, species, grade, type, quality, skills. Everything is covered in question marks, Lin Yuan realizes. It even has 2 exclusive traits, and more importantly, this isn't a terror rabbit at all. The next morning, Lin Yuan was out jogging early. After a while, he stopped, breathing hard. He couldn't keep going any longer. He thought to himself, ever since I got out of the hospital, I've been jogging an hour every day. But this is still too intense for me. Since I don't have any spirit chi, I've had to train my body from scratch since childhood. Maybe I should give up on combat professions and think about taking a life-type profession instead. Just as he was lost in thought, Uncle Li and Aunt Zhang came walking up. Seeing him jogging, Uncle Li said, Xiao Yuan, exercising early in the morning, huh? Lin Yuan replied with a smile. Yeah, just trying to stay healthy. Then, discreetly, He scanned Uncle Lee's leg, and the data appeared before him. Name: bone-devouring worm. Source: worm of rotting bone. Level: platinum rank or higher. Effect: biological toxin element, mental curse. Seeing this, Lin Yuan thought grimly, a rotting bone silkworm burrows into flesh and sacrifices itself to form a bone-devouring gangrene. For Uncle Lee to have sealed off such a dangerous toxin in his lower leg for all these years, that means his spirit chi professional level must be at least king rank. If that's true, then maybe that fright lion is the same, severely injured, hiding its power while recovering. They're concealing tremendous strength. As Uncle Lee and Aunt Zhang were about to leave, Aunt Zhang turned to him and said, "Xiao Yuan, remember to call if you need anything. Don't try to handle all the bills and work by yourself." Lin Yuan smiled. "Uncle, Auntie, don't worry about me." After they left, he murmured, "Uncle Lee has looked after me in Shaoxi for so long. I just wish there were a way to heal his injury. I don't know if I'll ever be able to do it." Later, he arrived at his spirit creature shop and scanned a creature. Name: green creeper. Species: Hexastar family, creep vine subgroup. Grade: normal grade, level 1. Type: grass type. Quality: normal quality. Looking at the data, he blinked in surprise. Elite quality? Wait, it was normal quality yesterday. How did it improve? That means my spirit chi isn't just leaking out, it's actually being channeled into spirit creatures, letting them absorb it and evolve. Excited, he clenched his fists. Let's try again. This time, I'll raise the difficulty and use a healing type. Lily Laura. A note appeared beside the green creeper's profile. Green creeper is the lowest tier spirit creature, equivalent to a pet. It's mostly used as feed. When Lin Yuan infused it with spirit chi, the creature began to glow and evolved. Name: Lily Laura. Species: Crassulaceae family, Ionium genus. Grade: elite grade, level 1. Type: wood type. Quality: normal quality. Skills: heal, restores external injuries. Fragrance: its refreshing scent reduces tension. Seeing this, Lin Yuan's eyes lit up. It worked! An elite grade Lily Laura! With this healing skill, its value has increased at least tenfold. He called out cheerfully. Smarty! Yen! Stop sleeping and come here, look at this! Yen fluttered over and said, Lin Yuan, I think we leveled up. Smarty jumped onto Lin Yuan's shoulder, rubbing against him proudly. Both of them had indeed leveled up. He scanned Smarty. Name: 100 questions beast. Species: Felidae family, sapien cat genus. Grade: normal grade, level 2. Type: psychic type. Quality: normal quality. Skills: precise memory, can perfectly recall even the tiniest details. Smarty puffed out his chest. Before I could only remember one piece of roast pork, but now I can remember 30. Then he scanned Yen. Name: sound bird. Species: warbler family, song lover genus. Grade: normal grade, level 3. Type: sound type. Quality: normal quality. Skills: none, new skill not yet unlocked. Yen chirped. My singing has improved so much. La la. Seeing both of them evolve, Lin Yuan couldn't help but grin. Not bad, not bad. I finally got my golden finger. We're going to be rich. Yen tilted her head. Golden finger? What's that? Lin Yuan froze for a second, then thought, wait, this is far more than just getting rich. Evolving spirit creatures is incredibly hard. Most creatures need a creator who uses precious materials and spirit medicines just for a slim chance to trigger evolution. But I can do it alone. This is an unbelievable ability. People would kill to have it. If I'm not careful, like they say, the tallest tree catches the strongest wind. I can't protect myself yet. This secret must never get out. To use this power safely, I'll need to slowly become a creator. Using that profession as a cover, that's the only way to stay safe long term. Otherwise, I'll only invite disaster. Just then, Smarty called. Lin Yuan! Lin Yuan! Your phone's ringing. It's from Chu Shi. Yen brought the phone to him. Lin Yuan smiled and said, "Thanks." Then he thought, "Oh right, it's time for her first spirit creature contract." He answered, "Hello? Chu Shi? Brother," came her cheerful voice. "I haven't called for 2 days. How are you feeling?" "I'm feeling much better," he said. "I was even planning to clean up the backyard today." "What?" Chu Shi shouted. "You don't have any spirit chi to support you. What are you thinking? Don't touch the backyard until I come home." He laughed softly. "I'm just doing a little cleaning, nothing serious. Don't worry, your big brother's not that weak. Remember our promise, focus on your studies at school. Don't waste your talent." "I know," she said gently. After hanging up, she murmured to herself, "Big brother, I won't let you down." Then class began at her academy. The teacher addressed the students. "All right, class. In the next 2 days, you'll all form your first spirit creature contracts. I don't need to tell you how important this is. While a spirit creature's grade and quality are crucial, your own professional level affects your combat performance too. Each combat profession has its own compatibility range. If you choose a spirit creature that doesn't match your affinity, the contract will be very difficult and might even damage your mental strength. Even for life-type professionals like artisans or viewers, you need deep understanding of spirit creatures to fuse spiritual materials properly. And since our class focuses on training combat-type professionals, you must carefully consider the synergy between your creatures." After class ended, students began to leave, but the teacher stopped Chu Shi. "Chu Shi, wait a minute." The teacher frowned slightly. "Are you really sure about the spirit creature you want to contract with? I know your family situation, but your talent is exceptional. The Federation's 100 Sons selection is coming up soon. You can't waste this chance." Chu Shi hesitated. "Teacher, I—" Before she could finish, the scene shifted, back to Lin Yuan's shop. Lin Yuan was working hard, upgrading spirit creatures. After hours, he finally yelled, "Finally! I did it! I've upgraded 300 Lily Lauras to elite grade. That's worth at least 20,000 Federation coins. That should be enough to buy a high-grade spirit creature for Chu Shi's contract." Just then, his phone rang. He frowned. An unknown number? A new customer, maybe? Perfect timing. I was just about to finish for the day. He answered. "Hello? Who's this?" A woman's voice came from the other end. "Are you Chu Shi's guardian? Do you know that she's planning to contract a gray beetle? How could she waste her incredible talent like that?" Lin Yuan's expression changed. "A gray beetle? That's a normal grade spirit creature you can buy for 200 coins. Aggressive, useless skills, no one contracts with them. They're only good as feed for higher grade insect eaters." The woman continued sharply. "Chu Shi's affinity range covers all defense-type spirit creatures. In the entire Violet Thorn City, only a few people have such talent. Her guardian should prepare an elite-grade defense-type spirit creature for her first contract." Lin Yuan quickly replied. "Understood. Thank you, teacher. I'll make sure a suitable creature is sent to the school within 2 days." After hanging up, he muttered, "Elite grade. I'll need at least 100,000 Federation coins. Time's short. I have to upgrade all these normal grade green creepers to elite grade, sell them off, and buy a top-tier defense-type spirit creature for Chu Shi." Then, the scene shifts to the next day. We see Lin Yuan, looking completely exhausted. He explains what happened. "After channeling spirit chi the entire night, I feel completely drained. But I managed to finish just in time." He covers his spirit ring and mutters, "The spirit creature market is a strange place. Better to hide this, just to be safe." Sitting atop his head is Smarty, and Lin Yuan asks, "Smarty, do you really want to come with me?" Smarty replies proudly, "Of course. That excuse doesn't work on me anymore. Besides, bargaining is the job of the 100 Questions beast." Lin Yuan sighs. "Ever since he evolved, he's become so stubborn and disobedient." Just then, a horse carriage pulls up. The driver shouts. Rides here! All passengers, please wait behind the yellow line. Seeing the carriage, Smarty tilts his head. This looks a little different from the buses I know. Lin Yuan chuckles. That's because you've read history books, not modern transportation guides. A century after the Spirit Chi revival, spirit creatures began replacing many of our old steel machines. He climbs into the carriage. The driver warns. Hold on tight. Then he whips the reins, and the carriage surges forward so fast that Smarty nearly falls off. Lin Yuan catches him just in time. And meow! This thing's actually pretty fast. Smarty yelps. The driver laughs. You heading to the spirit creature market too, little brother? You picked a great day for it. Lin Yuan asks. Why is that? Did a new batch of spirit creatures arrive? The driver replies. Haven't you seen the news? A few days ago, a dimensional rift opened about 30 miles outside Xia County. It took the Violet Thorn Guards 2 full days and nights to hunt down all the aberrant insects and stabilize the area. They say a squad of guards is still stationed nearby. Lin Yuan is stunned. Violet Thorn Guards? The driver continues. That rift opened right beside a spirit creature breeding base. Most of the creatures that were killed or wounded, and the surviving staff are now selling the injured ones at the market. Hearing that, Smarty remembers something and says, So that's how that blunt-armed pig got out. The driver chuckles. Especially the blunt-armed pigs, tons of them escaped. I caught one cheap yesterday. Once it hit the table, my whole family tore into it. The rest we hung up to dry. Lin Yuan gives him a thumbs up. You're amazing, big brother. In that case, please drop us at the intersection nearest to that stall. Inwardly, he thinks, this is perfect. Severely injured or crippled spirit creatures shouldn't cost much. I might get a really good deal here. A short while later, they arrive at the market. Smarty hops down excitedly. All right, leave the rest to me, Lin Yuan. So, what kind of spirit creature are we buying? And what's our budget? Lin Yuan replies. A defensive type elite grade spirit creature. As for the price, it'll be at least 100,000 Federation coins. Smarty's ears twitch. But we've got less than 20,000 in savings, Lin Yuan says. That's why we're going to trade the green creepers and Lily Laura's I upgraded last night. Smarty frowns. And meow. Someone's definitely going to rip us off. Normal grade green creepers sell for about 1,500 to 3,000 each. Even if we sell 20, we'll still come up short. As they browse, Lin Yuan looks around the stalls and thinks, are these plants calling out to me? I can clearly sense which spirit creatures I'm drawn to and which I'm not. The fainter the light, the friendlier their aura. But, clear ponds, nether orchid, snow lily, thousand-hand jade, could my affinity range really be this broad? My compatibility with healing and support types is high, and plant-type spirit creatures naturally feel close to me. Chu Shi's affinity is for defensive types, that means. Before he can finish, Smarty shouts. Lin Yuan! Come look at this! Smarty is in the middle of haggling with a shopkeeper. The shopkeeper says, 80,000. Smarty, 10,000. Shopkeeper, 70,000. Smarty, 15,000. Shopkeeper, 60,000. Final offer, Smarty, 20,000 or no deal. Lin Yuan scans the creature. Name, Tough-Hide Rabbit. Species, Leporti rodentia. Grade, Elite Grade, Level 1. Type, Defensive. Quality, Normal. Skill, Harden Hide, grows a keratinized shield over its skin to block physical damage. Seeing that, Lin Yuan hurriedly grabs Smarty. Sorry! My 100 questions beast gets a little carried away sometimes. Smarty protests. What are you doing, Lin Yuan? If I'd kept going, I could have gotten it for 20,000. Lin Yuan lowers his voice. Ever heard of checking other shops first? They move on. The next spirit creature is scanned. Name, Laudatus. Species, Testinity geochelone. Grade, Normal Grade, Level 3. Type, Defensive. Quality, Normal. Skill, Enlarge, increases body size, retracts head and limbs into shell for defense. Lin Yuan shakes his head. Grade's too low. I don't have time to level it up. Smarty mutters. And it's so slow. Then they find another, name, Phantom Clawfox. Species, Vulpid glossus. Grade, Elite Grade, Level 1. Type, Defensive. Quality, Normal. Skill, Roll out, curls body into a sphere to move by rolling, using its spirit pack sound to deflect damage. Lin Yuan sighs. Not much different from the tough-hide rabbit. Smarty snorts. If it's this timid, how will it protect Chu Shi? Should we reconsider the tough-hide rabbit? Lin Yuan shakes his head. Let's keep looking. I need to think this through. After a while, his eyes fall on a sheep. He scans it. Name, Coiled Horn Sheep. Species, Caprini ovis. Grade, Elite Grade, Level 6. Type, Rock Type. Quality, Perfect. Skills, Parry Block, uses its large horns to block attacks. Horn Assault, charges at the target with immense force. He thinks excitedly, a perfect quality specimen, and it even has a control-type Spirit Beast skill. Then he notices another of the same kind, name, Coiled Horn Sheep. Species, Caprini ovis. Grade, Elite Grade, Level 7. Type, Rock Type. Quality, Perfect. Skill, Shockhorn, strikes the target with vibrating horns, causing paralysis from high-frequency tremors. His eyes light up. He turns to the shopkeeper. Sir, how about 100,000 for your Coiled Horn Sheep? The shopkeeper replies. Wait, I need to call my wife. Smarty whispers. Lin Yuan, I checked the online prices yesterday. A Coiled Horn Sheep only goes for about 500 coins. Even rare ones max out around 10,000. This is what they call new rich behavior. Lin Yuan grins. This is what we call showing sincerity. You still have much to learn about haggling. After a short call, the shopkeeper returns. 100,000 Federation coins, not one less. Lin Yuan's face darkens. What a ripoff! He mutters. I don't think there's any other defensive-type spirit creature around here. Smarty folds his arms. If it's come to this, I might as well pay more for that Coiled Horn Sheep. It's for Chu Shi, after all. Just then, another vendor shouts. Thank you everyone for your support these past few days. All Spirit Beast meat has been sold out. My apologies to those who didn't get any. A crowd gathers, complaining. How could it be sold out already? Boss, I see some heavily injured spirit beasts in there. Why not just butcher those? Who knows when we'll get another deal like this? Hearing that, Lin Yuan's eyes light up. Heavily injured spirit beasts. Smarty groans. And meow. Lin Yuan, now's not the time to think about pork. The scene shifts to the vendor inside. The man sighs. I feel bad for the poor creatures inside, and sorry for keeping you all waiting. If anyone's interested, you can take a look inside. Only 3 are left. Buy them, and I guarantee you profit. The onlookers scoff. Are you joking? Who'd buy heavily injured spirit beasts for meat? Even if we did, how would we heal them? Who has money to hire a creator? Forget it, there are no good deals left here. They start leaving. Lin Yuan steps forward. The vendor looks up. You're late, little brother. All the meat's sold out. This stall won't be selling spirit beast meat anymore. Lin Yuan replies, Boss, I'm not here to buy meat. I want to see the spirit beast inside. He thinks the boss looks unstable. If I try negotiating now, he might throw me out. But I'm not the same as before. He activates his skill, Calm Mind. The vendor visibly relaxes. The man says, Kid, I'm not much older than you. Just call me Brother Yang. Inside are 3 heavily injured spirit creatures. I'll show you. He leads Lin Yuan inside. These 2 are web-spraying spiders. They look healthy from the front, but their abdomens are torn open. At this rate, they'll last 2 days at most. Smarty pinches his nose. And meow, they stink. Lin Yuan scans one name, web-spraying spider. Species, Araneomorphi araniidae. Grade, normal grade, level 10. Type, poison type. Quality, perfect. Skills, lay thread, secretes a thin, near-invisible silk trail along its path. Poison net, sprays a venom-coated web forward to trap targets. Lin Yuan's eyes widen. If not for the dimensional rift, this would have evolved into a copper rank spirit creature soon. What a discovery, he says excitedly. If it weren't injured, it could probably sell for 300,000 Federation coins on the market. Brother Yang nods. Even more than that. Control and poison type support creatures always fetch high prices. But now, if I get 150 coins for both, I'll consider myself lucky. Lin Yuan replies. Brother Yang, I'd like to buy both web-spraying spiders, but I don't have that much cash. Could I maybe trade some spirit creatures instead? Yang hesitates. Honestly, kid, once I sell this batch, I'm planning to open another breeding base and start over. I might not need whatever you're offering. He thinks privately kids will be kids. I shouldn't have gotten my hopes up. Lin Yuan says. What if they're elite grade green creepers? Yang pauses. Elite grade green creepers? What quality are they? Lin Yuan answers. I'm confident in their quality. If you want, you can visit my shop to inspect them yourself, Brother Yang. Yang's eyes widen. Elite grade green creepers? Those plants are priceless. Anyone selling them usually asks double the market price. If what this kid says is true, he gestures to the third cage. This is the last spirit creature I have. We put our heart into saving it, but... Lin Yuan scans it. Name, Rhino Rock. Species, Border Bison. Grade, Elite Grade, Level 10. Type, Earth Type. Quality, Epic. Skills, Rock Horns, coats its horns in rock, performing a reckless suicidal charge. Sacrifice, absorbs part of its contractor's damage on its own. Lin Yuan's eyes light up even more. An epic quality defensive creature on the verge of reaching copper rank. Perfect for Chu Shi. He asks, Brother Yang, how much for this Rhino Rock? Yang looks surprised. You're serious? Its condition isn't exactly promising. Lin Yuan smiles. It's perfect. How about 200,000 Federation coins? Yang freezes. Do you have a way to heal this Rhino Rock? Don't tell me, there's a creator behind you. To confirm his surprise, Yang asks Lin Yuan. Little brother, are you really planning to take all three of these? And in exchange, you'll give me your elite grade green creepers? Lin Yuan replied with full confidence. Brother Yang, trust me. The green creepers will not disappoint you. Smarty backed him up, nodding. Lin Yuan never lies. Seeing Lin Yuan's confidence, Yang finally agreed. All right, I believe you. Since you're buying all three spirit creatures, I can pack up my stall now. We'll head over in a bit to see your green creepers. He took out a box and showed it to Lin Yuan. Good thing I still have a spirit lock box. I'll pack the Rhino Rockox and the web-spraying spiders inside. Seeing the strange box, Smarty asked curiously. Lin Yuan, what's that? Yang explained. This is a spirit lock box, a patented invention from Ostrich Logistics. It allows spirit creatures to be stored inside. Once placed, their size adjusts to fit the box, and their weight vanishes completely. It makes transport a lot easier. Smarty's eyes widened. There's something this useful? Why haven't we ever used one before? Lin Yuan answered with a hint of sadness. Because our family never had spare money for things like that. Then Yang carefully placed the injured Rhino Rockox inside the box. Watching such a huge creature fit perfectly, Smarty was shocked. It's that big, and you really fit it in there? Yang sighed. This spirit lock box is copper rank. Unfortunately, I fear this Rhino Rockox will never get the chance to evolve into a copper rank spirit creature. After saying that, Yang summoned his own spirit creature. In the next moment, a strange creature appeared before them. Spirit creature name, Tumor-crowned fire lizard. Species, lizard family, horned lizard genus. Quality, normal. Skills, shedding fangs. When biting, it can break off its fangs, leaving them embedded in the target's body. Death roll. After biting the target, it spins its body rapidly to tear flesh and bone. Exclusive trait, burning venom. Its venom glands mix a burning toxin into its saliva. Petting his creature affectionately, Yang smiled proudly. So, little brother, what do you think? My tumor-crowned fire lizard is quite impressive, isn't it? Seeing a copper rank spirit creature up close, Lin Yuan was thrilled. He scanned it and said, "It's truly copper rank. That burning venom trait gives it incredible attack power." He thought to himself, this is a rare opportunity to observe a copper rank spirit creature up close. Meanwhile, Yang was secretly impressed. This kid's amazing. At such a young age, he already has specialized knowledge like a spirit creature researcher. If he's not a natural prodigy, then someone powerful must be guiding him. Seems I made the right choice. Just then, angry voices erupted nearby. Old Yang! What's the big idea summoning your fire lizard out of nowhere? One vendor shouted. Our tough rabbit's too scared to eat now. Another added. And our fairy monkey's terrified too. Yang quickly apologized. Sorry, everyone. We're leaving right away. Then he and Lin Yuan mounted his creature. Time to go. Hold on tight, Yang called out. In the next instant, the fire lizard darted forward at incredible speed. Lin Yuan struggled to stay seated, thinking, this is way faster than the thick-hoofed donkey cart. Before long, they arrived at Lin Yuan's spirit creature shop. Yang laughed. Little brother, your place is even closer than I expected. Lin Yuan climbed down, still dizzy from the ride. Yang chuckled. You've got quite the strong body. Most people feel sick their first time riding this thing. But this is nothing. The real thrill is when you ride a flying spirit creature and see the world from above. Ha! Lin Yuan smiled politely. It's nothing like that. I should be the one thanking you, Brother Yang. This was my first time riding a copper rank spirit creature. My place is simple, but please make yourself at home. As they entered the shop, Yang looked around and thought, this doesn't look like a place where a creator would be hiding. If this boy's green creepers aren't up to standard, friendship is friendship, but business is business. But the moment his eyes landed on the green creepers, he froze in shock. Impossible, a creator. There must be a creator behind him. Without a creator's help, growing such high-quality elite-grade green creepers is impossible. Out loud, he exclaimed, these are far better than I expected. Prime quality, an incredibly rare grade that even top merchants struggle to find. Lin Yuan calmly explained. Before evolving these green creepers, I infused the soil with additional energy. Their root systems are already well developed. There's no issue with their quality. Yang plucked a leaf from one plant. As rich sap oozed out, he thought, such dense sap from a single cut. This boy wasn't exaggerating. These are truly top-tier elite grade. My luck might finally be turning around. Then a memory surfaced in his mind. You haven't even prepared heavenly and earthly treasures. How dare you seek an audience with a master creator? He thought, to earn a creator's help, one must offer their preferred spirit materials. At my level, I can't obtain those, but if I build a good relationship with this young man. Just then Lin Yuan asked, Brother Yang, are you satisfied with these green creepers? Yang immediately replied, Satisfied. More than satisfied. Let's talk price. He continued honestly. All your green creepers are prime quality elite grade. On StarNet, they'd easily sell for over 40,000 Federation coins. My best offer is 33,000 per pot, and I'll take 100 pots. Though I doubt you have that many, right? Smarty's jaw dropped. 100 pots at 33,000 each, how much is that? But Lin Yuan remained perfectly calm. Sure thing, he said with a smile. Perfect, he thought. I needed a large batch to raise my spirit chi profession rank. Green creepers are the most convenient way to do it. Yang, meanwhile, was thinking, this isn't a small deal, yet he's completely composed. Looks like he's used to big transactions. His plain clothes and small shop must be a front, prepared by the person behind him. He asked, Little brother, how long will it take to prepare the goods? Lin Yuan replied calmly, 7 days. He calculated inwardly, 1 hour per pot, plus 2 days to deliver the spirit creatures to Xiaosh, and some rest time. 7 days is the absolute limit. Hearing that, tears welled up in Yang's eyes. Heavens above, it's a miracle! My luck has finally changed. This must be divine fate. Seeing Yang crying, Lin Yuan was a bit startled. Then he said, "All right, brother Yang. Come pick them up in 7 days." Yang quickly pulled out his phone for payment. Of course. But, little brother, don't you want to take a deposit for the remaining 70-something pots? I have the funds. Lin Yuan shook his head. No need, thank you. We'll settle the full amount when you come to collect them. After everything was finalized, Yang climbed onto his spirit creature again. All right then, little brother, I'll be back in 7 days, Lin Yuan replied. Of course. See you then, brother Yang. As Yang rode off, Lin Yuan thought to himself, now comes the hardest part. The scene shifted to Lin Yuan bringing the injured rhino rock ox back to his backyard. Yenin came over and asked, Lin Yuan, will it be staying with us forever? Smarty added worriedly, we can't afford to raise it. Lin Yuan reassured them. Let's focus on saving it first. Then he told them, both of you step aside. Once they left, he began transferring his power into the injured creature. It's already very weak, he murmured. I need to hurry. Soon, the creature's wounds began to heal slowly. Seeing this, Lin Yuan smiled. Great! Let's try speeding it up. He poured in more power, but the moment he did, the creature started groaning in pain. Lin Yuan was shocked. What's happening? He thought, could this be the barrier to advancing into copper rank? Determined, he shouted, Hold on, my friend! Let's break this wall together! And unleashed even more power. Unbeknownst to him, Smarty and Yenin hadn't gone far. They were secretly watching from behind. Finally, the creature roared, its body glowing as a surge of powerful energy burst forth. Lin Yuan gasped. Success! It worked! A system window appeared. Spirit creature name, Iron-horned Runox. Species, joint horn family, bull genus. Type, metal type. Quality, normal. Rank, copper rank, level 1. Skills, rock horns, reinforces its horns with metal to deliver a reckless, powerful charge. Sacrifice, takes part of its contractor's damage upon itself. Lin Yuan blinked. Wait a second. Then the system added, exclusive trait, awaiting selection scaled hide, grows scale-like armor on its skin. Tireless stride, conserves stamina while running. Pain siphon, absorbs part of the received damage and converts it into life force. Seeing the list, Lin Yuan thought in awe, I can actually choose between these? And in the very next moment, the system displayed before him the list of evolved traits. The first trait was scaled hide. It grows a layer of scale-like armor across the surface of the skin. The second trait was tireless track. It conserves stamina while running. And the third trait was pain siphon. It absorbs a portion of the damage taken and converts it into vitality. After seeing all three traits, Lin Yuan began to analyze them one by one in his mind. He thought, so, I have to choose one among these three traits. 2 of them are actually quite good. This is going to be a tough decision. The skill, tireless track, would be completely useless for a defense-type spirit creature. As for scaled hide, it'll form a thick layer of scales on its body. It will increase defense and add a bit more damage during charging attacks, but it's nothing special. However, pain siphon, this one can absorb damage and heal itself. That means it won't just be a tough brute built to take hits. The more it's attacked, the tankier it'll become. Realizing that, Lin Yuan immediately made his decision. He said aloud, I choose you, Pain Siphon. As soon as Lin Yuan selected it, the Rhino Rock Ox's profile updated, adding a new skill, Pain Siphon, absorbs a portion of incoming damage and converts it into vitality. Seeing this, Lin Yuan thought to himself, if I can use both rock horns and Pain Siphon together properly, I can form a positive feedback loop. it'll become not just a defensive type but a heavily offensive defense-type spirit creature. He smiled faintly and continued thinking, this will be the perfect first spirit creature for Xiao Ji. Let's see who dares approach her now. At that moment, Smarty suddenly blurted out from behind. So, does that mean Xiao Ji and the iron-horned rhino ox will be a beauty and the beast combo? Lin Yuan turned around and replied. So what if they are? Xiao Ji's safety is what matters the most. Then, walking over to Smarty, he smirked and added, besides, aren't you a beast too? Meanwhile, Lin Yuan quietly noticed something else. Just as I thought, it's not only the iron-horned rhino ox that ranked up, my own spiritual power has also increased. The higher the rank of spirit creature I evolve, the greater the spiritual feedback I receive. The now leveled up rhino ox had also grown extremely friendly. It licked Smarty all over, leaving him drenched. Smarty cried out, Hey! Don't you realize how heavy you are? Watching all this, Lin Yuan's thoughts drifted again. Just evolving the iron-horned rhino ox to copper rank drained almost all my strength. If it were a top-tier creator using heavenly and earthly treasures, how far could they have pushed it? Smarty, still soaked, asked, Lin Yuan, how are you going to send this to Xiao Ji? Lin Yuan pulled out his phone and answered, obviously through ostrich logistics. I made a bit of money, so since I'm in a hurry, I placed an express flight order. They'll pick it up soon. Hearing the word flight, Smarty's eyes lit up. What? A flight order? Does that mean I can fly too? I'm going to FLYYY. And then the night fell. The scene shifted to Wee Palace. Inside the palace, a voice was listing ingredients. 3 portions of patulous sprouts, 1 portion of sun ebony, 1 portion of platinum beast's blood essence. There, we saw City Lord Ling standing with an officer. The officer tried to speak. City Lord Ling, this. But City Lord Ling interrupted coldly. Don't speak out of turn. Then, the ingredients were all mixed together, and finally, beast blood was poured into the concoction. Instantly, thick smoke erupted, spreading through the hall. Feeling the overwhelming pressure, both the city lord and the officer protected themselves, thinking, just the creation process alone releases such immense pressure. It's even straining my protective spiritual aura, so this is a 5-star creator. Then we saw her, the creator herself. She said calmly, All right, Sikong, summon the spirit creature you wish to evolve. And we were introduced to her, the Moon Empress, one of the 3 5-star creators of the Radiant Federation. The man she addressed, Sikong, was a king-grade expert, while City Lord Ling Xiaowu, known as the Lady of Violet Thorn City, was also a king-grade powerhouse. Sikong summoned his spirit creature and bowed deeply. Thank you, Lady Moon Empress. Here it is. The next instant, Moon Empress poured the entire mixture into the creature's mouth. As soon as it entered, the spirit creature collapsed to the ground, trembling violently. Seeing this, Sikong panicked. Lady Moon Empress! But she said calmly, It's alright. It's evolving into a legendary grade. You just need to fuse your Warune with it, and it will evolve into a fantasy breed. Hearing that, Sikong's face lit up with ecstasy. Falling to his knees, he exclaimed, Thank you, Lady Moon Empress. I, Sikong, am willing to serve you loyally as a dog or a horse, to go through fire and water, to die 1,000 deaths for you. Meanwhile, the tiger-like spirit creature began to evolve, roaring as energy flared around it. Beside the Moon Empress sat a small rabbit with a moon mark on its forehead. The rabbit glared at the tiger, and the tiger immediately trembled in fear. The Moon Empress spoke softly. No need to go through fire or water. But regarding the creator promotion exams, they're held once every 3 years, and each time, a participant can only advance 1 level. Tell me, how can we truly select talented creators this way? Sikong asked. Lady Moon Empress, are you suggesting that this year's creator exams allow someone to test for multiple levels at once? Petting her moon-marked rabbit, the Moon Empress replied. Only from level 1 to level 2. Anyone who passes the level 1 creator exam within 2 hours will be exempted from the 3 lifestyle profession exams and can directly attempt the level 2 test. Go, deliver this order. Yes, my lady. Sikong answered immediately and left. After he departed, Ling Xiaowu asked, Is this because you think the Federation's exams haven't produced an exceptionally talented youngster in years, and you plan to reform the system? The Moon Empress shook her head. No. This is a private matter. The other two 5-star creators, Bamboo Lord and Kitchen Sovereign, have both already taken apprentices. Naturally, I can't let those two old fools get ahead of me. Hearing that, Ling Xiaowu was shocked in her heart. Lady Moon Empress is going to take an apprentice? But then, the Moon Empress's tone grew serious. And also, the dimensional tide is approaching. Violet Thorn City has the highest number of aberrant insect dimensional rifts. As its lord, you must remain diligent in your duties, protect the land and its people. Every rift must be guarded. There must be no failures. Ling Xiaowu immediately dropped to her knees. Please rest assured, my lady. As City Lord, I, Ling Xiaowu, will remain the backbone of Violet Thorn City. And then the scene shifted back to Lin Yuan. We saw him riding a flying spirit creature through the night sky. The owner, the flyer, looked back and asked, You all right, young man? Once we rise above the clouds, the flight'll smooth out. Lin Yuan, clearly motion sick, replied weakly. I'm fine, sir. The driver laughed. Your 100 questions beast, that little smarty, is quite lively. Shame we're overloaded this trip, otherwise I'd have let it come along too. Hearing that, Lin Yuan immediately remembered Smarty. How before leaving, Smarty had shouted, Take me. Take me. I want to go too. Yinen flies every day, why can't I? And how Yinen had to hold it down to calm it. Even Lin Yuan had said gently, Be good, Smarty. I'll bring something tasty for you. Coming out of the flashback, Lin Yuan smiled faintly and told the driver, It's all right. There'll be more chances later. The driver grinned. Hey, we've arrived. Take a look, young man, don't be scared of heights. That's a famous and magnificent view near Violet Thorn City. The moon's bright tonight. If it were pitch dark, it'd look gloomy instead. Lin Yuan gazed downward, astonished by the breathtaking sight, and said in excitement, Yes. This is truly a once-in-a-lifetime experience. But at that very moment, while taking in the view, he suddenly felt something strange within himself. His eyes widened in surprise. Something is condensing inside my sea of consciousness. Is this a Will-rune? Then suddenly, Lin Yuan felt a strange stir deep within himself. He was startled and thought, Something is forming inside my sea of consciousness. This is a Will-rune. He focused on that glowing shape carefully and muttered, No mistake about it. This is a Will-rune that represents mountains and rivers. He began to ponder, which type of spirit creature would this be suitable for? Seeing Lin Yuan so quiet and lost in thought, the driver asked him, Young man, are you all right? Lin Yuan snapped back to his senses and replied, I'm fine. We've been flying over these mountains for quite a while now. How long until we reach Violet Thorn City? The driver answered, Not before morning, meaning, we won't arrive until after dawn. Lin Yuan was startled. What? But we were supposed to arrive before dawn. The driver hesitated, scratching his neck. That's because you came along too, and you got airsick at the start. I had to slow down for your sake. Hearing that, Lin Yuan's expression turned anxious as he thought of his sister. He immediately pinched his nose, straightened up, and said with determination, Don't worry about me. Go at full speed. Seeing Lin Yuan's resolve, the driver nodded. All right then, he said, and increased the speed. The scene then shifted. Morning had already arrived at the academy, where Lin Yuan's sister Chu Ci studied. All the students were walking toward the training grounds. Everyone looked confused. One student asked, Weren't we supposed to form spirit creature contracts today? Why are we heading to the training field? Her friend replied, Looks like the schedule got changed. I heard there's a practical combat class right after the contracts are formed. Another student said worriedly, Why are they making us do a combat class so soon? The first girl lowered her voice and whispered, I heard it's because of the Violet Thorn's 100th Son selection. That's why all the academic schedules have been rearranged, to pick out the truly talented ones. A boy added, Yeah, my friend at another academy just messaged me complaining about the same thing. Just then, the instructor began speaking loudly to the gathered students. This session will serve as the practical combat class for the third-year students, and also as the first combat drill for the first years. After your contracts are complete, you'll be randomly matched, by lottery, to battle third-year students. This will help you familiarize yourselves with your spirit beast skills. Don't worry, it's only light practice. Now the focus shifted to Chu Ci, who stood beside a nervous-looking friend. Her friend whispered, I'm really nervous. We have to fight third years. Chu Ci, are you seriously going to contract a gray beetle? Chu Ci didn't answer directly, she just looked quietly at the small beetle resting in her palm. Meanwhile, on the battlefield, another match was finishing. The instructor announced loudly, 8th lottery match! The first year's gliding squirrel has fled the arena. Victory goes to the third year. Hearing this, one girl clenched her fists angrily. This is so unfair. We just formed our contracts, and they're making us fight seniors who already have combat experience. It's totally one-sided. Then she turned to Chu Ci, encouraging her. Chu Ci, it's your turn now. You're the best in our class. You've got to show them what you can do, the instructor called out. Now we begin the 9th match. Are both participants ready? At that moment, Chu Ci's opponent, a third-year student, stepped forward confidently and said, Of course I'm ready. The students began whispering among themselves. Wait, isn't that foam leeching? I heard someone in his family works in the Creators Guild. He's even participating in the Violet Thorn's 100th Son selection. Yeah, rumor is he only needs a few more practical victories to qualify. Another whispered. But don't underestimate Chu Ci, she's well regarded too. Though, people say there's something wrong with her spirit creature. Meanwhile, Foam Leeching smirked to himself. He thought, just last night I got the latest news from the Creators Guild. To increase my win count, this first year will make the perfect stepping stone. Luck's really on my side. Not just the 100th Son selection, soon, I'll become the Moon Empress's disciple too. This master is about to reach the heavens. Then he sneered inwardly, and I heard this first-year girl, Chu Ci, is contracting a gray beetle? If that's true, she doesn't even have the slightest chance of winning. If she wants to blame someone, she should blame her poor family for wasting her talent. But Chu Ci kept looking at the tiny beetle in her hand. Her eyes showed a flicker of fear, but also fierce determination. She whispered to herself, Even if all I have is a gray beetle, I won't give up. She took a deep breath and said aloud, I'm ready. But just as she was about to step forward, a voice shouted from behind, Chu Ci! She turned around, and saw her teacher arriving, dragging along a yellow-spotted dog spirit creature. The teacher said gently, This is all I could manage. This dog is at least of elite grade. You can't waste your talent on a gray beetle. Chu Ci opened her mouth. Teacher, I. But before she could finish, a powerful voice boomed from above. Wait! Everyone looked up, and saw a large flying beast descending rapidly from the sky. Even Chu Ci was shocked. What? The next second, Lin Yuan leaped down from the flying creature and landed heavily on the ground. Chu Ci stared at him, stunned. Brother! Lin Yuan? Lin Yuan walked straight up to the teacher, bowed slightly, and said, Thank you for your kindness, teacher. But I've brought Chu Ci's spirit creature myself. Then he handed Chu Ci a futuristic-looking box and said, Thank goodness I made it in time. Chu Ci, make the contract with this. Trust me. The teacher frowned uncertainly. Can we really rely on that? If not, you can still try this yellow-spotted dog. It's not very obedient, though. Hearing this, Foam Leeching burst out laughing. Ha! It doesn't matter what kind of spirit creature you summon, gray beetle, yellow-spotted dog, whatever. None of them can stand against my strength king beetle, which I've raised since childhood. At that moment, his beetle status screen appeared. Name, Strength King Beetle. Rank, Copper Rank, Level 1. Quality, Prime Quality. Skills, Joint Horn Ram. Concentrates power in its horns to unleash a deadly charge. Valiant Charge. Increases charge power by 50%. Exclusive trait. Can see through camouflage of spirit creatures below Copper Rank. The teacher's eyes widened in alarm. This is a Strength King Beetle, and it's huge. Even the yellow-spotted dog couldn't withstand one hit from it. But Lin Yuan remained completely calm. He thought silently, so it's already Copper Rank. Impressive enough. Meanwhile, Chu Xi looked nervously at the box in her hands. Brother, is this a Copper Rank spirit lock box? She panicked inside. Where did we get that kind of money? Don't tell me brother sold our shop. Lin Yuan saw her worry, patted her head gently, and said, Don't overthink, Chu Xi. Just focus on the battle ahead. I know you can do this. Seeing her brother's confidence, all her anxiety faded. She nodded firmly. Don't worry, brother. I won't let your effort go to waste. Then she pressed the activation button on the spirit lockbox. A burst of light shot out, and a massive spirit creature emerged. Everyone gasped. What is that? I've never seen one like it before. Its skin looks like solid steel. It was a towering iron-horn rhino ox. Even Phone Leeching froze for a moment, before scoffing. TCH, an impressive entrance, I'll give you that. But you clearly don't understand what combat experience means. I pity your family, for going bankrupt just to buy that iron ox. But Chu Xi didn't respond. Her eyes burned with confidence as she commanded. The battle isn't over yet. Ironhorn Rhino Ox, rock horns! The Ironhorn Rhino Ox roared and charged forward with full force. The teacher's eyes widened in awe. This is a Copper Rank Ironhorn Rhino Ox. Its behavioral conditioning is perfect. Among defense-type spirit creatures of this rank, it's top tier. Just one of its horns costs over 7,000 Federation coins. Lin Yuan smiled slightly and said, Teacher, you shouldn't evaluate it based on money alone. On the field, the two massive spirit creatures collided with a thunderous impact. Phone Leeching shouted angrily. How foolish! Your Iron Ox is a defense-type spirit creature. Why are you attacking so recklessly? Now I'll show you the power of an assault-type spirit beast. He commanded. Strength King Beetle, Joint Horn Ram! The beetle charged with full strength, trying to push the Iron Ox out of the ring. Chu Xi cried out. Ironhorn Rhino Ox, hold your ground! Her Iron Ox braced itself, resisting with all its might. Phone Leeching thought grimly, TCH, so close. For someone who just formed her contract, she's already supporting her beast through spiritual link. This Chu Xi really is talented, the teacher sighed in relief. Thank goodness it didn't get thrown out of the field. Chu Xi acted rashly, but it's just inexperience. But Lin Yuan thought otherwise. No, it's not rashness. If she's already grasped her Iron Ox's abilities right after forming the contract, then this was a deliberate move, to test her opponent's strength. On the field, Phone Leeching's beetle started circling around the Iron Ox. The audience murmured. What's it doing? Moving in circles like that, won't that waste its stamina? Phone Leeching sneered inwardly. Idiots, why would an assault-type spirit creature waste movement unless it's finding the perfect opening for a killing strike? At that very moment, his beetle found that perfect angle. Phone Leeching yelled. Let's see if you can even imagine who you're facing. His beetle launched a devastating attack. And in the next instant, the entire battlefield exploded into dust and smoke. Seeing that scene, everyone standing there was utterly shocked. They exclaimed, What a powerful charge! That Ironhorn Rhino Ox, its opponent's spirit creature must be a power assault type, the one famous at school for its one-hit kills. Even the teacher grew tense upon witnessing the clash. She said seriously, Sigh, even though the Iron-horned Rhino Ox is known for its iron hide, and Chu Xi is already doing her best to stabilize it, if it can endure the first hit, it'll still lose later from constant assaults. Letting a third-year fight a first-year in a practical match is far too unfair. I don't understand what the school administration is thinking. But Lin Yuan remained calm after hearing all this. He thought quietly to himself, it's all right. After all, she was chosen exactly for situations like this. Then She gave a command to her rhino ox. Use your skill. In the very next moment, the rhino ox activated its exclusive trait, Pain Siphon. Because of this skill, the rhino ox absorbed the damage it had taken and healed itself in return. Seeing this strange sight, the other students were stunned. What just happened? The iron-horned rhino ox's aura changed. Its wounds are healing. Is this one of its skills? Even the teacher recognized the skill and smiled in delight. Pain Siphon, it absorbs a portion of the received damage and converts it into vitality. This is a rare exclusive skill. Lin Yuan smiled faintly as he watched his sister's performance, thinking to himself, as expected from Chu Shi, even though this is her first practical combat match and her first time commanding the iron-horned rhino ox, she still managed to control the situation and seize the opportunity. Meanwhile, Feng Lixing was completely shocked by what he saw. But then, gritting his teeth in anger, he shouted, So what if it has iron hide? It's nothing more than a slightly sturdier punching bag. Strength King Beetle, continue your assault. As soon as Feng Lixing gave the order, his beetle began attacking again. The students whispered among themselves. Amazing! Even after so many hits, its power hasn't dropped at all. But Chu Shi's iron-horned rhino ox is just standing there taking the damage. The teacher grew worried and turned to Lin Yuan. Lin Yuan, that iron-horned rhino ox you chose, doesn't it have any counterattack skills? Why is Chu Shi only taking the hits without fighting back? You're her brother, right? Lin Yuan smiled and reassured her. Please don't worry, teacher. You said yourself that Chu Shi's affinity lies with defense-type spirit creatures. I'm sure she has a plan. The scene shifted back to the fight. Feng Lixing shouted furiously. Strength King Beetle! End this in one blow! Use your full power, joint horn ramp! The beetle gathered all its strength and charged toward the rhino. But Chu Shi was prepared. She commanded, Now get ready, iron-horned rhino ox! Activate your rock horn skill! One of the students gasped. No way! Is she actually using the field itself? Is that even allowed? From the back, Lin Yuan smiled proudly to himself. Adapting to the terrain, well done, Chu Shi. Feng Lixing, on the other hand, gritted his teeth in rage. She's just relying on cheap tricks. Crush her, Strength King Beetle! The beetle charged forward again. Chu Shi shouted. Keep going, iron-horned rhino ox! Use rock horns again! The rhino ox activated its skill, and the next moment, the beetle and the rhino collided with immense force. One student exclaimed in shock. That huge iron rhino ox actually withstood the hit! The two spirit creatures pushed against each other, trying to overpower the other. The students were confused. Why are they evenly matched? The Strength King Beetle should clearly have the advantage, the teacher explained. That's because the Strength King Beetle's skill, Joint Horn Ramp, is a self-sacrificing attack that ignores its own injuries. However, against the iron-horned rhino ox's defense, each strike rebounds a bit of damage back to the beetle itself. She continued. Moreover, this beetle was probably raised according to student Feng's personal preferences, focusing only on maximum attack power and precise strike locking. He ignored the possibility that a spirit creature of the same grade could block its assault. After hearing this, the students finally understood. Oh, so that's the reason! The scene cut to Lin Yuan, who was calmly analyzing everything in his mind. This kind of high attack, high agility training method is meant to gain suppressive power in duels and end battles quickly. But if you fail to defeat your opponent early, one of the students shouted. Nice! Look, the Strength King Beetle slipped! Looks like luck is on Chu Shi's side. The teacher corrected him. That's not luck. Even though both are spirit creatures, when it comes to prolonged contests of strength, an insect-type spirit creature's balance can never match that of an iron-horned rhino ox. Moreover, the contractor's mental state also affects their creature's condition. All of this is written in your textbooks, understood? Meanwhile, Feng Lixing was drenched in sweat, watching his beetle falter. He thought furiously, damn it! A mere first year not only contracted a copper rank spirit creature but is now blocking my power assault type's attacks? Why is fate mocking me like this? His expression twisted. Fine then. In a practical combat, this is perfectly normal. Don't blame me for what happens next. He yelled. Strength, King Beetle! Create some distance, then attack the girl directly. As soon as the command was given, the beetle leaped back from the rhino and lunged straight toward Chu Shi. The teacher screamed. That's against the rules. And Lin Yuan's heart skipped a beat. Damn it! Chu Shi, dodge it. But before he could act, Chu Shi calmly ordered. Now! Use rock horns on the ground. The rhino obeyed instantly. Its horns struck the earth, lifting rocks and soil into the air. The charging beetle slammed straight into the rising stones with a massive crash. The impact was so strong that the beetle saw stars, and collapsed, completely unconscious. The students erupted in cheers. The Strength King Beetle's down! It fell at the edge of the field. The match is decided! Feng Lixing stood frozen, eyes wide in disbelief. What? The referee announced the result. Winner, first year Chu Shi. Chu Shi's classmates shouted excitedly. All right. We finally won a match. Well done, Chu Shi. Even the teacher smiled brightly at the result. She praised Lin Yuan, saying, So that's why she kept using rock horns repeatedly, to pile up rocks on the field, making the final rock horn strike powerful enough to flip the Strength King Beetle. As expected from the student I had high hopes for. What intuition! Not bad, Chu Shi's brother. I didn't expect you to help her achieve something so remarkable. The teacher got so excited that she grabbed Lin Yuan's hand tightly. Lin Yuan laughed awkwardly. Teacher, calm down. Your grip is really strong. Just then, Chu Shi ran up and hugged Lin Yuan happily. Then she pouted and lightly hit his chest, saying cutely, Brother, where did you get the money for this? Don't tell me you sold our family's shop. If we lose our income, what about your illness? Did you even think about your health? Lin Yuan patted her head gently and said softly, Of course not, your brother's perfectly fine, and our business is doing well too. Chu Shi looked at him suspiciously. Really? Before Lin Yuan could reply, the teacher spoke up. I shouldn't interrupt such a sweet moment, but time's short, so I'll say this quickly. Considering Chu Shi's talent, the school wants to directly recommend her to participate in the Violet Thorn's 100 Sons preliminary selection. Lin Yuan nodded. Yes, teacher, you mentioned that to me before. The teacher explained further. The Violet Thorn 100 Sons selection is the basic regional competition. The real goal is to qualify for the Radiant Federation's 100 Sons selection, the national top-tier competition. Even though Chu Shi is only a first-year high schooler, her talent is enough for the Violet Thorn preliminaries. The academy will dedicate its educational resources fully to her. She'll grow rapidly. Lin Yuan smiled and said sincerely, Thank you for taking care of Chu Shi all this time, teacher. Please rest assured, I'll also invest my full effort into supporting her spirit creatures and resources. Chu Shi bowed deeply. Thank you, teacher. The teacher smiled. Nurturing a good seedling is my duty. Chu Shi, if you have no classes this afternoon, you can show your brother around the school. Then Lin Yuan noticed a yellow spotted dog nearby and asked, Teacher, what about that dog? The teacher chuckled. No problem. I'll take care of it myself. The scene shifted, night fell. Chu Shi and Lin Yuan were walking outside. Lin Yuan said, I already told you, I can sense spirit chi now. What else do you need to see? Don't you trust your brother? Chu Shi replied. I'll only believe it when I see it with my own eyes. Besides, that iron-horned rhino ox must have been really expensive, right? Lin Yuan opened his bank account and showed her. All right, see for yourself. Chu Shi stared in shock. So many zeros, you actually earned this much money? Lin Yuan smiled and explained. After my spirit chi recovered, I discovered I have a creator's talent. I took on a few jobs and earned some money. So, just focus on your studies and do your best in the selection. You don't need to work part-time to support the family anymore. Your brother is also preparing for the creator certification exam. Chu Shi's face lit up with joy. Really? That's amazing! Lin Yuan grinned. Then let's celebrate. We'll eat something good today. Chu Shi clapped her hands happily. I want hot pot. Lin Yuan laughed. All right, anything you want, I'll order it. The scene shifted again. We saw the teacher holding the yellow-spotted dog. She smiled and asked, Do you eat meat buns? The dog wagged its tail and barked. Woof! Woof! And with that, the chapter came to an end. Until next time, goodbye. So the chapter begins with our hero Lin Yuan. After meeting his sister, Lin Yuan was now sitting on that same spirit bird and going back to his home. On the way, he was thinking about his little sister Xiaoqi. He, inside his heart, thinks, Xiaoqi's studies have finally come on the right track. That means I also have to put in even more effort. After all, exams are not that easy. Thinking about his future plan, he says, I also have to buy the beginner textbooks for Spirit Creature Researcher and Spirit Material Analyst. That will be quite a lot of books. Well, if I ask Smarty for help, the work should get done. Then he remembers Xiaoqi's combat performance. Even though she in today's practical combat took advantage of the opportunity because of the skill's damage reflection mechanic, the real reason she won was her stable and sufficient spirit chi. The moment he thinks this, Lin Yuan becomes a little troubled. But right now my own spirit chi amount is not even enough for me to be called a true spirit chi professional. And on top of that, if I want to level up Mobius, then the exclusive trait clock spread has conditions that are way too harsh. He will have to start from normal grade level 1. He is still thinking all of this when suddenly the bird starts flying forward at rocket speed. Lin Yuan shouts in panic. Hey! Why did you suddenly start flying so fast? I still have to buy a few things. At this, the bird's rider turns back and says, Are you joking? I was already late when I dropped you earlier. If I don't show you the top speed of this black-winged wind falcon, then I'll definitely get a bad review. The rider suggests to him. Everything is the same. Just place an order on StarNet. Ostrich Logistics will deliver on the same day. After a while they land, but the poor bird looks very tired. Lin Yuan asks, Is this bird okay? The rider says, Don't worry, nothing serious. Anyway, the trip has successfully ended. Everything you wanted has been delivered. Remember to give us a good review. Lin Yuan says, Yes, of course. And looks at his items, thinking, this was really fast. In this era, online shopping is truly the best. After this experience, he decides I also have to set up an online store. In the future, maybe I won't even need to go to the spirit creature market, which will also be safer. Scene shifts, and Lin Yuan reaches home. He calls out, Smarty, I'm home. Hearing this, both spirit pets run toward him. Yinin asks, Why did it take so long for you to come back? Smarty also says, We missed you a lot. But in the next moment, Smarty changes attitude. No! You didn't come. I don't care. I am angry. Seeing Smarty angry, Yinin says, Smarty, don't be angry. Didn't I let you fly for a long time today? Lin Yuan also tries to calm him. Okay, next time I will definitely take you with me. But Smarty, still angry, says, I have the right to stay angry for 2 whole days. Even Brace Poke can't stop me. Hearing this, Lin Yuan laughs. Such childishness. Good thing I came prepared already. Lin Yuan takes out a gift. Smarty, this is an apology gift I ordered specially for you. The moment he says this, the fragrance of the gift makes Smarty's mouth water. Smarty says, Mian, with such a good smell, how can I refuse? I declare, it's not that I'm no longer angry. I just reduced the duration of my anger. Lin Yuan says, Okay, I understand. If you like this, I will buy it for you every day. Hearing this, Inin immediately asks, What about me? What about me? Lin Yuan shows her a pot. Tada! This is elite grade green creeper, specially for Inin. This pot is now your personal ration. Inin becomes happy. Wow! But yesterday you didn't let me eat this. Then both pets get busy with their food. Smarty then asks, Hey Lin Yuan, aren't you going to eat? Lin replies, You two eat first. I have to sort all this stuff. But the moment he looks at all the items, he becomes shocked. I didn't expect there to be so much stuff. Smarty also says, Mian, this is a bit too much. Then Inin's eyes fall on a separate plant. Lin Yuan notices there is indeed a different plant placed there. He checks it. Where did this come from? Let me see. There he finds a note. Buy 100 elite grade green creepers, get 1 lily lyra of the same grade for free. Seeing this, he becomes stunned. So they have this kind of sales promotion too. But suddenly, something strikes him. Wait a minute, lily lyra! Yes. How could I forget? The spirit creatures that suit me are healing type, support type, and plant type. Excited, he shouts. Found it! This is a healing type plant spirit creature that has a healing skill even at normal grade. He immediately says to his pets, Smarty, you and Inin stay downstairs for a while, okay? Take care of the green creepers. Smarty says, Got it. Lin Yuan takes the lily lyra upstairs to his room. Okay, let's try this. Then he begins giving spirit chi to that spirit creature and activates his exclusive skill. Exclusive skill, lock spirit, activate. The moment he uses the skill, he feels, I haven't rested for quite a long time. My mental power is not in its best state. Well, the arrow has already left the bow, so I can't back out now. He continues giving spirit chi, and then it's announced. Contract concluded. Lock spirit complete. Hearing this, Lin Yuan lets out a breath of relief. Great. Compared to before, this time my mental power wasn't drained at all. As long as I keep injecting spirit chi, I can start leveling. Scene shifts 1 hour later. Leveling is complete. We see Lin Yuan's status panel, normal grade, locked spirit, lily lyra. Elite grade level 1. Legendary quality. Skill, heal, recovers external injuries. Lin Yuan says, Phew, leveling is complete. That means Mobius. He immediately checks Mobius's status. Its spirit creature grade has also become elite grade level 1. And the same skill, Calm Mind, a passive skill that can calm the mind and gives a chance to resist negative status effects. Lin Yuan is still looking at it when suddenly Mobius starts pulling him inside. Shocked, Lin Yuan says, My grade really increased! In the next moment, he finds himself inside Mobius's locked spirit space. Looking around, he says, So this is Mobius's locked spirit space. It looks twice as big as last time. Then he hears Mobius's voice. Lin Yuan, can you hear me? Lin Yuan smiles. I can hear you loud and clear. It's been a long time, Mobius. After this, Chu Sai's mini lesson explains some important details. When a spirit chi professional forms a contract with a spirit creature, their mental power is consumed. A human can contract only 2 to 3 spirit creatures in their lifetime, and the known limit so far is 5. But lock spirit is Mobius's exclusive trait. It has the same effect as forming a contract, but the contractor doesn't need to spend any extra mental power. The cost is paid by Mobius himself. The number of contracted spirit creatures depends on how many times Mobius has leveled up, and the price for this was that after Lin Yuan contracted with Mobius, for the next 10 years, his ability to sense spirit chi became 0, and his mental power became abnormally weak. Lin Yuan himself says, To be honest, even now it's not that great.